in the Himalayas, beyond the tree line and amidst the shifting glaciers, lies a cave that has drawn millions to its silence. It is the site of one of the most arduous, celebrated, and increasingly most tightly controlled pilgrimages in India, the Amarnath Yatra. Each year, thousands ascend into the heart of the Himalayas, some for faith, some for tradition, and others simply for the experience. The Amarnath Yatra is not just a religious pilgrimage, it is one of India's most extraordinary logistical undertakings. In 2025, it returns with new protocols, heightened security, and a dramatically condensed window. Here's what you need to know. Tucked away at an altitude of over 12,700 feet, the Amarnath cave isn't just a natural marvel. It's a site woven deeply into the cultural and mythological fabric of the Indian subcontinent. References to this Himalayan sanctuary stretches back nearly 1,000 years, appearing in ancient Kashmiri chronicles like the Rajatarangini and Persian travelogues that mention a glowing shrine in the mountains. At its heart lies a natural stalagmite ice formation, the Ice Lingam, formed by the freezing of water droplets that seep through the cave roof. But what fascinates devotees even more is how the lingam mysteriously waxes and wanes with the lunar cycle. According to legend, this cave was the secluded place where Lord Shiva, the cosmic destroyer and transformer, chose to reveal the secrets of immortality, the Amar Katha, to his consort Parvati. The story says he abandoned all material attachments along the way, his bull Nandi, the moon from his hair, even his snake before entering the cave, symbolizing absolute detachment before disclosing the knowledge of eternal life. It's more than just a pilgrimage, it's a ritual reenactment of that mythological journey, tracing the path not just through mountains but through layers of ancient symbolism. The Amarnath Yatra, a journey through the rugged Himalayas where faith, endurance, and meticulous planning meet. In 2025, the pilgrimage will be more structured than ever, with key updates shaping this year's journey. Two routes stand at the heart of the Yatra. The Baltal route, 14 kilometers of steep direct trekking, ideal for those with stamina and time constraint. The Pahalgam route, much longer at 48 kilometers, spanning 4 to 5 days, offering a scenic traditional experience. But this year, both routes will be without helicopter services, and the entire area has been declared a no-fly zone. This means no drones, no aerial surveillance, and certainly no air travel for pilgrims. The Yatra runs from July 3rd to August 9th, making it 38 days, one of the shortest in recent history. With this shortened window, the government is implementing tighter controls and advanced security to ensure a smooth experience. Here's what you need to know. RFID tracking will be mandatory for all pilgrims. Each participant gets an RFID enabled permit, allowing real-time tracking from the starting point to the cave. Medical certification is now required. Pilgrims must provide proof of fitness from a registered medical practitioner to ensure they can handle the high altitude trek. Strict age restrictions have been implemented. Only those aged 13 to 70 can participate. Pregnant women and young children are not allowed, ensuring safety across the harsh terrain. Pre-registration via eKYC is compulsory. Pilgrims must verify their identity through a digital system before being allowed to start the journey. Security is stronger than ever. Following the 2017 Pahalgam attack, where militants ambushed a bus carrying pilgrims, the government has ramped up measures in light of the recent Pahalgam attack this year, which led to the successful launch of Operation Sindoor. Over 581 CAPF companies will be deployed, supported by bomb squads, K9 units, and drone surveillance. Pilgrims must carry valid ID, health certificates, and their RFID permits at all times. Prepare for checkpoints, long walks, and extreme temperature swings from 30 degrees Celsius during the day to freezing cold at night. The logistics are extensive. 36 temporary lodging centers and 120 langars will be set up, ensuring pilgrims have food, shelter, and medical support. Waste management will be enforced strictly to preserve the Himalayan ecology, with pilgrims encouraged to carry eco-friendly materials. In 2025, the Amarnath Yatra is a carefully organized operation where technology, security, and tradition meet. But no matter the changes, the essence of this journey remains timeless, a pilgrimage of faith steeped in centuries of history. Here's how to register. Visit the official Sri Amarnathji Shrine Board website, fill the form and complete eKYC, upload a valid medical certificate, choose your preferred date and route, pay 220 rupees and download your RFID linked Yatra permit. Remember, slots are limited and early registration is critical. The Amarnath Yatra at its core is not just a physical journey. It is a pilgrimage that transcends the body and mind. It is a path that tests one's endurance, faith, and the very spirit of perseverance. In 2025, this sacred journey stands as a testament to the fusion of ancient tradition and modern governance, where technology and spiritual devotion walk hand in hand. Whether undertaken for spiritual awakening, a cultural odyssey, or a personal quest, the yatra remains a timeless ritual, an enduring bond between man and nature, soul and divinity. Each footstep echoes the footsteps of countless pilgrims who have come before, while each new journey strengthens the living legacy of this sacred tradition. As the mountains stand tall and the ice lingam glows, the Amarnath Yatra continues to be a profound reminder of India's rich spiritual heritage, a journey that invites every seeker to connect with the divine in their own way and on their own terms.